when we
Fuck one way or another.
when we recorded the album, the demo, it was like, it was in the Recycler newspaper where this dude had a home like recording thing, and so everything's being compressed. It's also like how like the Stooges, like how that's like that search and destroy sound, that where everything was in the red, like as far as the levels were concerned. And so you go into this like 24 track studio and you got this higher production, like where Dokken and these bands record, and of course it's going to, we didn't have the time because of the funds to spend times layering. When we recorded Split Image, all the drum tracks were done in one take. Okay, yeah, because we rented drums from this guy, Ross Garfield, the drum doctor, and he was $500 a day. And so we had just budgeted that. And when Randy Burns, the producer and engineer of Split Image, who did the debut Suicidal, did Possess 7 Churches, Nuclear Assault, the first 2, he did Peace Cells and Countdown Extinction by Megadeth. Randy Burns, and he came to our rehearsal place, and we actually rehearsed the album in the sequence that it appears in, because that's how we recorded it, because we didn't have enough money to splice up the tape either. That the guitar on Personal Onslaught sounded way better than on Split Image, but that's just because you go into this like 24 track studio, you have probably like 16 more tracks to layer guitars over. We just didn't have like the 16 tracks of layering guitar over money to cover it at that time,
And yet those demos sound not only as real and raw, but also heavy.
Yes, and there really wasn't like it would say, it was just the way things were done. Like it just didn't. Now you can take like a really muddy sounding recording and it's already digitized,
Yeah.
So there was just so much like that where doing the proper production was the way to go, But I agree, dude. Sometimes it's hard for me to hear certain songs. I can't really listen to any albums because I hear all the things that I knew that could be done better. It's just that, in fact, I think it was Paul Stanley from Kiss was quoted saying this, is that a song is never really finished. It's just that you run out of time. Yeah. You have a time like restriction, and you gotta just then like call it,
And that's true. A song is never finished. Yeah. It's just you just gotta make amends and say I gotta stop here.
Exactly.
It'll go on forever.
Exactly.
Wow, we could talk for hours and hours.
Yes, we can. And this is and we will, like in future ones, as we will.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of stuff coming up that we can't talk about right now. But right now, Excel is touring with Sacred Reich. Are you gonna and Violence? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna be jumping up on any other tours, or are you gonna be playing?
Well, we've gotten offers. Obviously, because of people's work schedule, we had to juggle a few things. But we do, and we are. Strategizing to do a proper headlining show.
Good.
Awesome. And of course that's where we can let it all out there.
Final question. Here we are at our age, where it's very noticeable to me when I see artists and musicians like yourself that are going on stage and being able to perform in all sincerity and not giving a performance of sorts just to appease the audience. When you go on stage, what you see is what you're doing. You're feeling it. My question to you is this. What do you do with your hair, man? It looks great. I'm losing my fucking hair right here. My hair's thinning.
I shaved my head for like 6 years straight after I cut.
You put like mayonnaise, beer, egg whites.
Unfortunately,
aloe vera.
I think fortunately, I'm
not being sarcastic, by the way. I'm being dead serious.
But I appreciate that. But the thing is that we're all given. I never got the 6-pack genetics. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm thankful that I got the hair one. But at the same time, like when I had dreadlocks, I completely ruined my scalp, which caused a lot of scarring. So when I shaved my head, I had for 6 months, I had these tic-tac-toe lines on my head. So I had to wait for the elasticity in my scalp to regain, So, but no, it's not like how it was. But then again, we're not in our 20s either. Yeah. I don't want to be greedy, but I had to at least 30 or 40% more hair when I had before I had dreadlocks.
You look great, man. And by the way, I say that as a heterosexual. Those that know me, you know I'm a heterosexual.
No, absolutely, totally.
But at my age, man, I'm looking for any secrets.
But you got it going on too.
There's other fuckers that are worse.
Well, no, it's not just that. I mean, you carry yourself already in a way that I know that you got your fan base, because before I disconnected from social media, I was reading the comments, and I know you got your fan base, bro. I know you got your groupies, bro. I know.
Listen, let me say this: you disconnecting from social media further shows your maturity and your intellect. There's nothing positive there. It's a cesspool of toxicity.
No. It was a trip because like I said, I knew it was something heavy duty, because after my phone crashed and I lost all my info with nothing backed up, I was like starting to like feel like a junkie, like when the grocery store. I didn't know what to do with myself, and I thought this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But then I also realized that I mean, it works for some people, just like it is like certain diets. Like sometimes people can eat certain foods and it won't make them sick. Sometimes other people can, and it does.
Well put. That's a good analogy.
You know, and so the thing is, thank you. But the thing is that I just realized that I was, like I said, I was reading. Like I said, you see all the smoke screening and all the shamery, and sometimes but I found out it was a trap, because I was focusing all my time to try to like right the wrongs and try to set, and it's just not, it's no place for me. I just need to like focus on myself, you know.
Yeah, don't get me started on the CIA and that whole shit, because we'll talk in a whole other hour.
I agree. I'm not trying to be some old codger and say that it sucks. I agree. I understand the health, like the importance of like social media and stuff. But like I said, but when you're a band, you're an artist, I think you got, or anything in that field, you gotta just like, you can't be distracted. You gotta just like you know, like
and
tune in.
This is what I love about Excel, that now, present day, it seems that social media, Instagram, videos, you know, it seems that all that is somewhat required to appease to the audience, and yet you still subscribe to the very old school, real, genuine way of just going up on stage and proving who you are. There's no need for the shenanigans of today's time.
And that just
you win audience members every time you play.
And that comes from a skateboarding background, because you can't fake the funk, you know.
Yeah.
You just gotta, you know.
you know what? I really agree with that.
Yeah.
And then also, let's mention this: our upbringings. You know, at that. Listen, now I got yoga and fucking coffee espresso shops in my neighborhood, but much like Venice, we grew up in areas that at those times were real world cities.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And what I mean by real world is, you know, you walked right or you got your ass kicked.
That's true.
So, you know, it's something that's embedded in us, and we grew up that way.
That's true.
You like how I try to incorporate myself with you?
No, and you have every right to, bro. We're contemporaries, you know.
Dan, pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely.
I wish you the best with all your injuries.
No, like I said, when I found out we were going to do this today, I was super excited, because like I said, normally I don't really I consider myself, you know, I'm a social person, but I've become an introvert in my older years.
Me too.
And but like I always enjoy talking to you.
There's nothing wrong with being an introvert, because the majority of people are dicks.
And on that note, hell yeah.
Here's the deal. I'd say within the last 10 years, in the resurgence of the classic real realm, or the real wave of what is now labeled as aggressive, thrash, hardcore, whatever, a lot of these bands are coming back now to take advantage and seize the moment of a whole new audience of children who don't know no better, but they want to, much like the people that wanted to live the hippie style back in the Woodstock days. It was an era that will never be replicated, and unfortunately, a lot of these bands do not have the integrity. It's more of a cash-in type of basis. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. It's great to see bands like Excel playing in 2019, where they kept the realness and the genuine affection of the art and the music. When there was no money back then, now there's money being thrown, but they're not doing it for that. They're doing it for the love. Go see Excel. Anywhere you see Excel play, you're going to know what I've known for almost 40 years. That's frightening. 40 years. Aside from the ferocity of their music, the energetic infusion, it just comes back to the real old school way of, that's the shit. Dan Clements, thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Absolute maximum respect, Jimmy. Thank you.
And we're out.
We're gonna